According to recent reports, the upcoming Birds of Prey movie is going to be pretty low budget compared to other superhero movies today, most of them, and other DC movies. Margot Robbie gave a recent interview where she said it's going to be about $75 million to make Birds of Prey, which actually, and she's right, that would be pretty low. I mean, that's the lowest of the DCEU movies, because Shazam was previously the lowest, and depending on where you read, some places are saying Shazam cost $90 million, others are saying $100 million. And, you know, Birds of Prey is coming in about $25 million below that. And I think it's logical and it's good, it's smart for them to have it in that budget. Because to have it, $75 million. Now, why is it logical or makes sense? Because Birds of Prey is not the kind of movie that requires, a huge amount of money. Because none of the Birds of Prey characters, at least in this version, this incarnation, or Harley Quinn herself, none of them really have any powers, except for the Canary Cry. But a sonic scream isn't going to break the bank if that's the only, superpower in the movie. The only thing you really need to spend a lot of money on, that's different compared to, a regular standard movie is, the sonic, the Canary Cry, the sonic scream, and just some nice action choreography or fight scenes. And, I think that, the Canary Cry and fight scenes, that should be covered well within, a $75 million budget. I think, there's paying the actresses and stuff. And I know Margot Robbie's a big actress, but she probably doesn't cost $50 million or something. Whatever she's being paid, the $75 million is probably enough to handle that too, despite the fact that she's a huge star. And Ewan McGregor too. So that makes perfect sense. And the Birds of Prey, it's filmed pretty much, I think the whole movie's supposed to take place in Gotham City. So it's not like they'd have to pay all this money to fly to all these different locations to do a desert or an ocean or a forest or some kind of ice, some snowy mountain peak, right? Because I think the whole thing's supposed to take place in an urban city. So just pick one city and just film, different areas, at night or during the day, which is probably relatively cheap too. So, it makes sense from a logistics perspective why Birds of Prey would be the cheapest DCEU movie to date to make. And also, it's smart from a business perspective because the Birds of Prey as a property is untested. Warner Brothers probably isn't sure, how much money this movie will make. And to make sure they get a return on their investment, keep the cost low. Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn's a big character and Margot Robbie's a big star. But we haven't seen yet if a movie, that stars, mostly Margot Robbie or Harley Quinn can make, $800 or $900 million, right? This movie, who knows how much money this movie will make. So to keep things safe, they want to keep the cost as low as possible. And the Birds of Prey, it's not most of the characters aren't household name characters like Black Mask, Black Canary, and the Huntress. They're relatively well known to comic book fans. People in the general public don't know them. So, there's not a guarantee that this movie is going to be a huge financial hit. So, what Warner Brothers can hope for is it to be a hit compared to how much it costs to produce, right? A movie that only costs $75 million to make doesn't have to make $700 million or $800 million to be considered a financial success. So, it's smart. They're taking the cautious approach, and with spending only $75 million, that's still enough money for them to make this movie look fabulous, Good, cameras, production values, good costuming, lighting. It's still possible that within this, Birds of Prey could still be a fabulous looking, a fabulously produced, and a fabulously written and acted movie. So, I'm all for a low budget as long as the quality is good. But what do you think? How do you feel about Birds of Prey being costing the lowest of any DCEU movie so far? Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.